Hello. How are you? Excuse the audio.
We're having audio issues.
Yes.
And
Not
yes,
good.
we've gotten some comments on it. So we are in the process of fixing those. So,
Yes,
all right, guys. So welcome to our first live back. I'm just making sure we are on the right pages and everything. I'm going to share this a few places and then we will get going right away. There we are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, these are the only things I got.
Oh, that's weird. I just sent it to
Yeah.
you. Oh, well.
Hey, well. We're going to show you what we're doing, which we'll figure out here shortly.
Well, if Facebook wanted to cooperate with me, it would be much better. There we go.
Muy bien.
You might have to hit refresh.
Okay.
All right, guys, welcome. So we are on YouTube and Facebook. Your sound is weak.
Yeah, we know.
Nearly non-existent. If we have to unplug it, we can.
We can, and then we'll... I don't know. If I stand here, it should be okay.
But can they hear me when I talk? Should we unplug it?
Let us know.
Let us know. Can everyone hear us okay besides that one person?
We'll give it a few seconds to do our thing.
Can't make everyone happy.
I know. I don't know why. It must be because Jessica has a special one.
Ginger, I understand you are not happy with the sound. I'm so sorry. I wish I could make you happy. I wish I could produce sound equipment that would show up at my house instantaneously.
I know. Wouldn't that be nice?
And our sound would be perfect for everyone.
I
But
wish it was.
sometimes I don't have that power.
Nope.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wish I did. All right, guys. So Sean will be a lot louder. Sean is near the mic.
Yeah, I'm right here.
It will be fixed soon. We are getting new ones. So perfect. We're going to keep going with it. It is a little lower than normal.
Yeah.
I will be honest. I can shout.
Yeah.
So we will be getting new ones here soon. All right, guys. So welcome to our first live back to the Ken's Creations channel. It has been quite the day. I have been dealing with a lot of fun stuff on YouTube and comments of people that just are not happy in life.
Darn it.
We were called morons and idiots and
What?
ugly. I know. It's very sad, Sean.
What?
I know.
No.
And I said, well, welcome back to YouTube, Ken's Creations. So anyways, welcome back. Ginger says better, but not by much. I am so sorry, Ginger.
Sorry, Ginger.
We will get new ones soon. Until then, if you are not happy with the sound, you can click off this video and maybe not watch it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wish I could fix it for you. But when technology doesn't work, it doesn't work. All right, let's get to the video. So we have all the links down below. Because we had such a good response to our Spin It, which
Right.
is the glitter tumbler,
Oh, yeah.
we decided we would do a whole segment of does this crafty item work? We have a
Yes.
bunch of lives. I am so excited to announce that every Thursday we will have an edited video uploaded to this channel. We will go live every Tuesday. Every Wednesday will be Ken from the car. So there will be a lot of content coming. Plus, we have our whole other separate YouTube channel that we will be uploading stuff as well.
Sweet.
I know.
Thank
so
you.
we are Sean's going to be monitoring comments.
Yes.
So if you have a question, make sure it's all in caps if he can see it. If you're going to complain about the sound, we already know, so no need to do that. Other than that, is there anything else you wanted to say?
Sit back and enjoy and turn up that volume.
There you go.
Just
This will
turn
be
it
the
up.
first only one like this. Our wireless ones went tits up. We don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened.
All right.
Just broke.
So I will walk you through what I'm doing. We have lots of crafty chat. I'm in a frustrated mood today because of Joanne's. I'll explain that whole thing to you. But let's show you what we are going to be reviewing today.
Yeah, hello. Should be fun.
All right, guys. So when we went to Creativation, we stopped by the Crafter's Companion area, and they had Tri-Blend. Now, these are a solution for people who are interested in the chameleon markers. So I'm going to tell you my pros and cons right at first, and then we're going to test these bad boys out. Most of them are still in the package. I haven't even really played with these. So what this is when Crafter's Companion, they have always had Spectrum Noir, which is right here. So when the chameleon markers came out, everyone was like, oh, these are amazing because you could control your control of your ombre. So from light to dark, you just put it tip to tip, it did all this magic, and voila. So everyone was going crazy over these, and I was not a big fan of the chameleon markers. You kind of could never reproduce the color, so I sold them. They're gone. So when I saw these, I was pretty interested. So essentially what they are is you can buy them in a kit like this with 24. 24 times 3 colors is 72 color combinations, okay? Or you can buy it on Amazon single, okay? So what are they, Sean, is essentially they give you control, convenience, accessibility, quality you can rely on, yada, yada, yada. So I gave you the link of what Crafter's Companion, but we don't listen to instructions. So we're just
we do what we can with.
So here is what they are.
These are fun.
Well, he doesn't really know because we've only opened one. So you have a marker and it tells you what color. So this is dark red blend. On the marker, you have light, medium, and dark, okay? Mm-hmm. So the idea is they've already done the color combination for you. So the idea is you should be able to blend these beautifully ombre because they've already done the color. So we're going to try that. I'm going to take off all of my bracelets here, and then we're going to color with some stamps. We're going to do some fun stuff. I'm hoping these are better than the chameleon because I was not impressed. Yeah. And one of the things I don't like about alcohol markers is trying to... So the other alcohol markers I use, which are the Arteza, sometimes the lids don't match the colors, so it's hard to figure out your colors that are all going to go together. So we're going to try this one. This is the red. Here is our light. Here is our mid. You might want to zoom in a little,
I can do that. Yeah, sure. Can you bring your paper down just a hair?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Perfect.
And here is the dark.
Oh, wow. Look at how nice those are.
So once I'm done, I'm going to take my light, start up here again. So we'll let that dry a second. So you can see right off the bat how nice the colors all coexist together. Mm-hmm. So you go from a really nice to a dark color, which I really like because I don't have to pick out the colors. So let's show you what colors it comes with.
It's a perfect blend.
It is a perfect blend. Here are all the colors that the box comes with. And we're going to try out a few of these and then we're going to stamp with them.
Are the colors named on the markers? Yes, it's right
they
there on
are.
the end. Right there
they
on the
don't
end.
have, typically, so there's two different ways to do this. So there's dark, like this one says dark red, and then it tells you the numbers match up with what their regular Spectrum Noir markers would be. So DR1, DR3, DR4. So for example, here is the orange blend, OR1, OR2, OR3. So these will correspond, I'm assuming, with the Spectrum Noirs that they normally have. So they all come individually wrapped. Now you can buy these individually, but let's try a few of these. Sean, I'm going to have you open these while I kind of color with these.
You betcha.
So this is orange blend.
Do we have a price point on these, Mary is asking?
I believe the set is $120 at Crafter's Companion. The markers themselves are $4.99 on Amazon, and all the links are down below. So these were just sent to me probably a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Something like that.
And since we've been on hiatus, I emailed them and said it's going to be a few minutes before I got to it. They said not a problem, that they were running out of them. which in comparison isn't too bad. The chameleon markers for their big set, I want to say was around $360, and I seriously threw them away. Well, I didn't throw them away. I sold them because I could not get those down. So as they've dried, here is that red. Here is the orange. So let's get that up nice and close so you can see the light, medium to dark. Now, grant you, I am not doing a great job blending. I'm just playing with the markers. This is the citrus blend. So you have C1, CT2, CT3, and then at the citrus blend, it tells you all of your name and numbers right there. So you have them over here, and then it will tell you your blend at the very bottom. So this time, let's go to dark. Now let's keep going with light. So we'll start with our light this time. We will do our mid. And then the dark. And then I always like to take it from that light again and bring it all the way down.
Fatima is wondering if we could do the gray one.
If they have a gray one.
I believe they do. It's on the bottom, though. I have to get these first ones done. Let me see if I can see a gray somewhere in here.
Oh, there was an imperfection in the paper. I very rarely get that. I'm using Bristol paper. So there is the citrus. Of course, it will dry a little bit better. What?
Here's the gray one right here.
All right. We can try the gray one before we start stamping with it. So it looks like, just to kind of show you guys some of the colors they have here.
The other one's right here. And there's the gray. La la gray.
So this comes with 24 pens in this pack. So then obviously 72 pieces. And did you want, we can try both grays because there's a brown gray and a blue gray.
Oh, nice.
So let's start with this blue kind of gray. Here is your light. Now I'm just opening these, so I don't have any swatches or anything. They're a typical feel for a Spectrum Noir marker. I've never been a huge fan of their markers, but that was always because I had a problem with the color, trying to get colors that all went together. So this solves my issue with Spectrum Noir.
Somebody says, "You want to color my shirt?"
I know, right?
Where did I just see it? So Loretta Potts on YouTube, she says, "Why do you have to go over all of them with the light one?"
So when I was at Creativation, there is a girl named Jennifer that does all of Crafters Companions when Sarah is not, when she was having her baby, they needed someone basically to go on HSN, and this girl named Jennifer did. And I said, I hate coloring with markers because I can never get them to blend. And she gave me the trick. She said, start with your light color, do your dark, then your medium. So when you see me color stamps, I'll do that exact same thing. So she always said, start with your light, color your whole area, let's say. Then her rule was put your dark, then grab the medium, start with your dark, bring it down.
Are they refillable?
I do, you know what? I don't think Spectrum Noirs are refillable. I could be wrong. I think people have found a way to make them refillable, but let's read the instructions.
Let's see. Hi, Mel.
So it doesn't say there, but there is a magical paper that says, apply the light color over the whole area. Use the dark color to indicate areas of shadow. Use them. See, look it. They even told me how to do it. It doesn't say they're refillable, but to me, it does not.
It doesn't seem like it's possible to refill. I don't see a way they could refill it.
Now, will there be people that will find a way to refill it? Sure.
Sure.
So this is the overall concept. They've done the work for you of your color combination. So we're going to put this into action. And Sean's going to continue to open all of these. I'll help you, Sean. You can go up on us for a little while, and I can tell my rant about Joanne's while we open all these. I didn't know they were going to be all individually wrapped.
Ginger says they are refillable.
Well, there you go. Ginger knows. I do not use Spectrum Noir usually because I've always had a problem with the markers. Trying to figure out good color combinations. So I'm sure they are. They don't say on the box they are, which is interesting.
Yeah,
you would think that they would. But I do remember one time someone saying that even though Spectrum Noir markers said they weren't refillable, there was a hack to do it.
Ah.
Yeah.
So there was where was it? What was the price point again?
I think on Amazon, or these aren't on Amazon in a pack. They're only individually on Amazon. I want to say they're $4.99. In the pack at Crafter's Companion website, I want to say they're $120.
$120.
All right, so while we open these, Sean.
She says they're same as Copic. Remove the tip and add the ink.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
I will be honest. I never bought Copics because they're too expensive. And Arteza, I'm really happy with Arteza's alcohol markers.
Yeah, they were nice.
But I don't even know if they're refillable. Okay, so I went to Joann's today. I have a little rant about Joann's.
Uh-oh.
So I get to Joann's, and there's some items I want to buy. They have a coupon.
Mm-hmm.
The coupon states, online only, save 20% off everything.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
But the coupon is, get this, you have to go online, purchase an item to pick up in store to get the 20% off.
What?
So I said, if I'm going to be picking this up here anyways, why not just give me the 20% off coupon in store so I don't have to buy it online, have you guys go pick the order and bring it up front. They said, we do not match our online coupon. So yes, you have to go purchase it in store or online. We'll pick it and email you when it's ready to pick up. Well, I was like, that makes no sense, but okay, whatever. By the time I got home, I said, well, I might as well check Michael's. Michael's, the same product is half off, so it's $2 cheaper. So Joann could have had a sale, and they missed out because they weren't willing to price match. I do not understand how these stores stay alive in a digital world where their customer service is so bad.
Don't know.
And I get it. I get it. Before you send me hate comments, people are just following the rules set by their corporate. But the problem is not everyone follows the rules. So you'll go to one Joann's and they'll be like, oh, yeah, we'll go ahead and make the exception. And other Joann's will not.
Right.
But when we live in a world where you can literally scan an item at Joann's and it tells you the cheapest places online and stores to get it, you would think that everyone would be price matching.
Yeah. Tamma says Spectrum Noir alcohol marker re-inkers. Re-inkers are available for all 168 colors of the Spectrum Noir marker.
There you go.
Sweet.
I gave away all my Spectrum Noir markers too. So I went through this phase where I gave up on alcohol markers because I was not a fan of them. And I could never get them to blend, and I went with water brush. And I'm feeling more comfortable. The thing on alcohol markers, it's hard coming up with your blends. And the tri-blends take the guesswork, but they're all individually wrapped.
Yes.
Can you get this last one, and then I'm going to start stamping?
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to start stamping. First, I'm going to eat some nuts.
Mixture of cashews and pistachios.
So really, for $120, you're getting 72 markers. I don't know how quickly, though, that they're going to run out of ink. They're a smaller ink chamber. You can go back on this, Johnny.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with the smaller stamp. So the stamps I'm using today, the first one will be from Kindred Stamps. Sean can show you that. And then we'll be using some visible images and Stamplistic.
Which one? Are you going to use this one or both?
I might use both. We'll see. So the first one I'm using is this one, which is called Stay Wild. That one is the... I don't know what they call that one.
This one is called... It's usually sitting right there somewhere. Nope, she doesn't have it on this one.
Can you zoom out so they can see?
This one...
It's called Gold Wild.
Gold Wild. I think this is something to do with Ohana.
It says it at the bottom.
Is it?
Oh, nope. I guess not. I think this is called like Family is Forever, I think.
Something like that.
So we'll start with this guy, which is from the Go Wild stamp set. So I am going to use the Tim Holtz stamp platform. You can still get it on Amazon. It is still my favorite stamp platform on the system. I know in the UK you can still get it, but you're not able to get it in America anymore. So my suggestion is get it while you can.
Hello, Purple.
Okay, so this is just a Ken thing. I like to emboss my stamps. It gives us a protection to while we are coloring. You don't have spillage. We don't like spillage.
No spillage. Sony was just saying that. Christy over on Facebook, she says, I find that they spread beyond the image. My Nuvo ones don't.
What spread on beyond the image?
I think maybe the inks. I don't know. Let's see if I can find the...
Is she talking about these specific markers? Which, that could be the case. I have found markers in general are all very based on the paper you use it on. Mm-hmm. So if I specifically went to Joann's to buy Bristol paper because I love coloring on Bristol paper, other people like marker paper, to each his own. All right, found out something other kind of interesting for you, Sean.
What's that?
Sorry, my nose is running. This guy is no more.
What? That one?
It's discontinued, and they're updating it to a handheld 2-speed one.
Interesting.
That's like a shrink wrap one.
Wow.
I've not been able to get it on Amazon, the link, for a while, and I finally reached out to Wagner, and they said that even though there are some places that still have this, they are replacing it with a handheld 2-speed.
Interesting. Hi, everybody that just joined Facebook. A whole list of you.
All right. So, I don't remember what color his outfit is. Obviously, he's a fox. So, we're going to do some oranges. What?
Yeah, orange.
Can you zoom in?
I sure can. You ready?
So, I still will recommend doing a color swatch off to the side because obviously we might not want to do him all in orange. We might want some lighter colors. But just for purposes of this, we're going to use all of the oranges and see how it does. So I'm going to turn him upside down. Bye, Sean.
No.
Oh, I thought you were...
I was gonna...
So I'm going to start with the OR1. This blend is called Orange Blend.
Orange Blend. Miss Markowitz, this is the ones that we'd like to use a lot. And that's the black. So, works really nice.
I didn't let it dry, though. I should have let it dry. My bad. Yeah, I didn't let it dry.
Okay.
We're just testing.
Yes, this is, Mary, believe it or not, a knockoff of Zootopia.
I wouldn't say knockoff. This company, I spoke to them about their licensing, and I don't think I heated this long enough. Oh, well. We'll do it on the next one, because it's picking up my color. So basically, they just make sure their designs are a little bit different so they don't get in trouble, I guess. I don't know. But their site, I gave you the link down below, has a lot of licensing type of stuff.
Right.
If you look forward to our Thursday upload, Sean did a video on them. Mm-hmm. Okay, with the exception of, so I used the dark color, so I've started with the OR1, then I went to OR3, and then we're going to use the OR1. Now, when I color, I make circle motions, to each his own.
Do you emboss just so your black ink doesn't bleed?
Correct.
Nah,
normally it works really good, but I didn't heat, obviously, my embossed powder enough. So we're going to have to, this is me just testing. This is, what happens when I do not open my package and test them first?
What happens? Is that the question you're asking?
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought you said you're asking a question.
I just didn't heat my embossing powder enough, so you can see that. If I go like this, how it's rubbing off. You can see all the little powder going everywhere.
Yes, this looks like, this is of course Stitch and Lilo.
Okay, so let's do another test. What is that? Oh, I must have dropped my platform.
Is it broken?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, don't you know?
Don't you know?
All right, so this time I'm going to heat it.
Yeah, Terry, this is very similar to the chameleon, but with a different take.
I think what I like about this is I was not a fan of the chameleon markers and putting them tip to tip because depending on how long they were tip to tip, you got a different result. So I was not a fan of that because I could never replicate the same thing. Now, are there artists out there that can? Yep, there is. But for me, this has a little bit more control. Okay.
They also take up less
Retail space, yeah.
The space because they're so nice. 1 pen, 3 pens in together.
Here, I'll have you dump that stuff back in and heat this a little longer.
Speaking of Brutus Monroe, have you seen his new steampunk stamp set?
Nope. I saw the email come through. It was one of the 400 emails I had this morning. Maybe this morning or last week, or I remember seeing the steampunk line has come out, but I haven't had the privilege of seeing it yet.
Heidi's going to work with it tonight. Sweet.
Cool.
Embossing powder can be dissolved by the alcohol in the markers.
It can, yes.
Yes.
That is true. All right, so let's try this guy again and see how he fares.
CJ Sullivan, I always use another piece of paper when using my markers underneath my paper that I'm coloring. It helps with bleeding out of lines. Huh.
So I will say the Bristol paper, the reason I use the Bristol paper is I don't get much bleeding.
Oh, very nice.
So now, does that say I won't? But if I make smaller lines, I seem to not get as much bleeding as I do on other types. So a couple things is, number one, I do like this concept. So it's very easy to get your blends because they're all right here. You're not looking for all of your colors, and they blend really nice. So then we can take the lightest one again. This really does take the guesswork out of kind of blending because your colors go all really nice together.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. Even in that nice little tiny spot. Yeah, I know it's a little hard to hear me unless I'm talking directly into the microphone.
So let's do his head. And we're going to move on to a bigger stamp next. So this is just...
Mary's 57. Zootopia was one of her favorite movies.
It was a good movie.
It was a very good movie. Hope they do another one. Are these on HSN?
They are.
They are.
I think they're still available. The last I checked, I didn't give you the link to it because I didn't think HSN. But the last I checked, which was a week ago when I got these in the mail, they were on there.
Yeah.
So you can get flex payment and all of that. So they have really nice coverage. Once again, I'm using the Bristol, so I'm not getting any bleeding. So let's grab my darker. So once again, this is the orange blend. So this is OR3. I'll put it in where I normally put some of my darker shadows. So then we grab our medium, which is OR2.
Sometimes I wonder how they came up with the numbers when they did all these.
I assume orange is where they got the OR, but...
Oh, yeah.
And then we're going to finish with our light color again. We're going to clean up the tip. and go over it all to blend it one last time.
So Jennifer says over on Facebook, I love mine, but they do run out fairly quickly, and they don't match the full-size Spectrum Noirs, even though they have the same numbering.
I kind of wondered that. So let me try this one. Yeah, I'll do a bigger stamp here now, but you can go up to us for a sec while I stamp this one.
Okay.
So here's my concern is I agree 100% that, for example, we'll actually go back to this camera. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Sean.
no problem.
If you really look at it, your chamber of your light is right there. Same with your medium and dark. Actually, that's, I lied to you guys. So your chamber is only that big.
So tiny.
So literally, if you were to split this in half, that's how big that chamber is. So I can see where someone would say, I'm going to run out of it sooner because, yeah, they're not very big. Now, with that said, if you're someone who goes through more colors than another, it might be worth it. I do love, I mean, for me, I don't use alcohol enough. For me, this is really convenient.
Right.
But I can see where if this would almost be good for someone starting out with Spectrum Noir. It teaches them their colors, and it also tells them here's, OR 1, 2, and 3, which is, but it gives you all of your colors to play with and stuff.
I like it. Renee, if you haven't seen this, you really need to see the movie. It's excellent.
Zootopia?
Zootopia. She thinks she owns it, but she's not sure.
Zootopia.
Yes, find it, or if not, rent it. It is really good.
All right, so we are going to now play with some visible images. Sean can show you these stamp sets.
Oh, these are fun.
These are part of their new sets. What happened to my cardstock? Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm not used to having a mic right there, guys.
No.
This whole mic situation has me flustered, to say the
Me
least.
too.
So besides the few that have commented, has anybody else used these or have an opinion on them?
A lot of people are saying that they like the effects. They are rechargeable. Excellent for traveling with.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely a great way to start out. Then buy the full size if you like them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
What happened?
I didn't stamp it good enough.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully I can... It was right in the corner, so let's see.
Yeah, these are very, very cool. Ooh, yeah, didn't quite get it in the middle, did it?
So I would have to agree. If you are someone who already has the Spectrum Noir sets, obviously you don't need this.
Yep.
Because the exact same colors. There might be something either...
You think there's a bad cut on it?
Oh, yeah. There is.
Wow.
It's lower right there. Feel.
Yeah.
I'll have to let him know that.
Ooh, yeah. Very bad.
Interesting. Well, give me a... I'll have to give this back to them. That's so sad. Let me grab one of their...
You can even download chart to color in to compare colors for blends. Nice.
And just like any other alcohol markers, you're going to be able to blend other colors with it. So you could grab, obviously, you know, some pinks and reds and whatever else. I must have dropped a magnet down below.
There you go. I find they're okay. Find them expensive for what you get. I'll stay with my full size, says Miss Kim.
I agree. So if you are using alcohol markers a lot, the full size are a much better deal. You're getting a full cartridge. They're going to act the same way. I find these, to be honest, I find these as crafter's companion solution to the chameleon markers. Mm-hmm. When you had people going nuts for the chameleon markers and, oh my gosh, I can come up with all the blends, I think this was kind of their solution. Because if you think about that, the chameleon markers, that is a patented technology.
Yeah.
Because obviously they've had that. I mean, I remember as a kid seeing chameleon markers in little kid sets, and you could put them tip to tip like that and stuff. So I get what they're trying to do here. I really like it because even for me, I like it telling me my blends for me. Mm-hmm. But if you're an expert colorer and already are very comfortable with blends,
and you don't have to worry about it.
Correct.
So Melissa, our lovely Miss Garcia, I have the complete Copic marker set. How do you think they compare to them?
I have never used Copics because they're so expensive. But from what I've read online, nothing compares to Copics. That anytime I have researched markers and talked to people who are marker enthusiasts, Copics are the holy grail of markers. Mm-hmm. With that said, when I was looking into markers, I forget what that whole set was. It was I think it was like in the thousands to get the entire set of Copics. Plus, it always confused me the difference between their sketch and their Kaio markers or something. But I do know, for example, Omar, my good friend Omar, who is a beautiful illustrator, he uses Copics markers. He loves them. But I've always found Spectrum Noir to be a more budget-friendly marker.
Yeah. Aaron says, love the travel and training option. I have the Illustrator line, which came out about when Spectrum Noir changed their color line, so my tri-blend's much better than my full markers. I blend a bunch of cross-family combos and love how the lines play together. Hobby Lobby sells the single pens, and you can use the 40% off coupon.
Yep, they do. They have the entire line. Mm-hmm. I will say, and I am not, I'll be honest here, guys, I am not a Spectrum Noir expert. In fact, when they had their original line, I returned them all because I didn't like the way they colored. They didn't blend. They were very harsh. So maybe that's why I'm so impressed with these is I have not used Spectrum Noir markers probably in, 2.5 years, 3 years. So for me, these are coloring extremely well for Spectrum Noir. Right. And that could just be because like our friend said there, maybe they have changed it or something.
Heidi says mine cost about $1,700.
Hi, Lindsay Pretty Weasel. I miss you.
Who?
Lindsay Pretty Weasel. I worked with her at the bank.
Oh, hi, Lindsay.
I haven't seen her forever.
Ah.
So these blend, you guys, I have to say, I'm going to blend some more here, but this for Spectrum Noir is kind of blowing my mind. Because maybe it is because they've changed the consistency or they redid it, but these are blending phenomenally.
Tamara says, I've never had my Spectrum Noir squeak.
Could be the Bristol paper.
Could be.
Okay, I'm going to play with some different colors here. Let's do some reds and pinks for his pants here. So let's have some fun, Sean.
All right. She misses you too.
Oh, I don't miss the bank per se. I take that back. I miss working for the bank and the people, but I love my job, and I get to work with a really cute guy now.
Thank you,
Toby Joe.
Oh, Toby.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go from a harsh red to this really vibrant pink and see what our blend looks like.
I'm gonna zoom in a little more for you. Illustrator has different tips as well. Tonic markers come in full markers, but in shading sets, and they are amazing.
You know the one thing I don't think they give you in this set? I don't think they give you a colorless blender.
Oh. I don't think they do.
They don't. Huh. Interesting. I think that's kind of a miss. I mean, they're blending okay, but I always used my colorless blender. Maybe they're thinking because you have your mid-range, you don't need it as much.
Yeah, the tri-blenders are very squeaky, but still enjoy using them.
They don't give you a colorless blender.
Weird.
Interesting.
Is there any chance you can bring that down just a bit?
Yes.
Or I can move the camera.
There we go.
There we go, thanks.
So I have to say they blend color to color pretty good. Let me bring this up for you. So I have to say I like them. Okay, here's the final test. And he hates it when I do this. We're going to have Sean use them. Sean hates coloring.
I'm not very good at it.
He's not very good at it. So what we're going to do, can you zoom out, Sean?
I can.
So, I will give you a very easy color, or very easy stamp. This is from Stamplistic. This is the Dean Rousseau stamps that they release that are of all the dogs. I think they're coming out with the cats. I could be wrong. This is a red rubber stamp, so I'm going to switch my platform. I'm not going to heat emboss it. I'm just going to use my
good old ink. No, blenders can be purchased separately or in the essential pack, full 6-pack.
I really feel they should at least give you one blender in this 24-pack. Because if I'm a new person using this, I'm going to be looking for a way to blend these. But I guess you could blend, well, I don't know. I think it needs a colorless blender, but what do I know?
Tammy says she's had her Spectrum Noirs for 3 years. I love them. Good pigment laydown, great price point, and fabulous blend.
All right, Sean, come on over here. So,
oh, boy.
We're going to instruct Sean through this. Let's first zoom in. Oh, those stamps are so pretty. So what color do you want to start with, Shawnee?
Blue.
Okay, so if I was to instruct you, I would tell you to do your colors over here first so you can see them. So you just kind of know your light, medium, darks.
Medium.
Okay.
And dark.
Okay. So let's go and color his paw. So you're going to start with the lightest color and color it all in.
Including the circles and all that?
Whatever you want to do. That's what's great about these stamps is you can do, Sean, you let your inner artist out. I feel like the Saturday Night Live girls that talk about inappropriate things on their baking channel when I get this close to the mic. So how do you feel like they're coloring?
Like any other coloring pen, I guess.
Like a Crayola?
Sure.
Okay, so now go and grab your darkest color, Shawnee. And then you're going to just highlight parts. Yep, go for it. Go for it, Sean. You do it. Ginger asks, do they give you black? They do not, Ginger. Oh my gosh, Ginger, you're right. So those are two things I don't like. So they don't give you... I agree. So this is where I'm torn on these. Do you need a colorless blender? Technically, no, because you have all three colors. So your lightest color should blend all the way down. Do you need black? The idea is probably no, because the black is your stamp, but I think a colorless blender and black are essentials to have.
Sure.
And they should include it in this mega kit here. I feel like it should be in there, but you can see it is not one of the colors. So, okay, so now you're going to do your medium. I know, isn't the golden retriever in this set so awesome?
So where am I gonna...
So what you're going to do on the medium is grab your dark color and just circle all the way out. Like so.
Okay.
And then what you can do is take your light and then circle all the way out again. And yes, the black liner and blender are sold separately. I think my issue with that, though, is if I'm a Spectrum Noir fan, I'm going to have those, and I get that. However, if I am brand new and I'm basically comparing these to the Chameleon, and if I'm saying, okay, the Chameleon or these, which a lot of people are comparing the two, you should have a colorless and black. So for you not coloring, Sean, that's really good. You want to know a secret that I have? Okay, so if you are new, you can blend with their stuff. So Aaron, let's read Aaron's comment. The company has talked about the issue with the colorless blender is it should not be used to blend. However, that's what the market calls them, so they had to call it that in the other set. But if they could have, they would have been called an eraser or a remover pen. I am so glad, Aaron, you said that. Because when I was brand new to alcohol markers, I got a colorless blender, and I said, what is this used for? All it is doing is making my ink essentially disappear. So I agree with you 100%. I think that is a market. I like them very much. I find them very well and create beautiful nuances. You have to play with the colors. Don't just use only a trio of a marker. I completely agree with that. So here, if you want, you can always take their Spectrum Noir, and these are their glitter pens, and these do a great job blending if you wanted to. It gets rid of your harsh lines. It will add glitter, but just adding that to it, you can see it starts picking up a little bit of the color, and see how that blends really nice. What would you say, though, as a brand new colorer?
Not too bad.
Okay. All right. Okay, so go back up on us and I'll give you my final input on these.
Sometimes it's called a pusher. It pushes the ink into the back of the paper.
Agreed. All right, so let's go ahead and come back up on us, Shawnee.
Okay.
I want to give you guys my final thoughts on these. Now, this is my first time using these pens. So we did not open them. We did not play with them. No. Now, with that said, I'm going to go to Amazon.
Tick.
So Chameleon markers, for their set of 52 pens, it's $145.
Yes.
Okay. These are $119 according to their website. Pros and cons. Okay, so Chameleon markers, I didn't like the inconsistency of these markers. So when I put them tip to tip, I got a color. Let's say I'm coloring a coat and you go from dark to light, right? Mm-hmm. Well, when I go up to the next session, I almost had to get the identical blend again to get it to match. Right. Or you would have to do it in a circle. I like the fact on these ones, you are essentially getting the same amount of pens. You're getting 52. You're getting the medium lights, the darks. It does the guesswork for you.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't come with the colorless blender or a black, which I do still think's a miss, even though I get what you guys are saying. I personally think the Spectrum Noir is a better way to go. No diss to Chameleon, but for the cost, I think the Chameleon markers had such a learning curve for me.
Yeah.
Way more of a learning curve. So if you're brand new to coloring, the Chameleon markers just threw me for a loop. Where this, I feel like if you're new to coloring, it's going to be a very enjoyable experience. Mm-hmm. It's going to be easy to blend these and all of that.
As Mary puts it, she says there's too much room for error with the Chameleons.
Oh,
so true.
Absolutely.
So true.
Absolutely. All right, you can go back down to us. I'm going to just kind of color some more with this with I will do, since I started with him, I'll just finish with him. Actually, you know what? I'll do the dog one. All right. What questions do you guys have, or what is everyone's thoughts on these?
Yeah.
Now, once again, let's be honest. If you're someone that already has started buying your Spectrum Noir markers, let's say you have, of the 52 different colors, you have 26, you'd be much better to just finish your set and do that. Because worst case scenario, I mean, it tells you your light to color darks.
Any problems with removing caps? They've heard that this is a problem. I don't think so. They come off nice. They lock back in.
The only thing I can compare them to right now.
You want me to stamp that before the ink goes dry?
All right. So here's these.
Ooh, the Everblends.
So these are the Everblends. These are, you get 52 sets. These are from Arteza. Let me get a price point on those.
Cheryl says Chameleon has a new finalized markers. They had just started a Kickstarter campaign. Ordered some of a huge discount, waiting for them to be delivered.
Which ones are they? I think I saw that Kickstarter and I was not impressed with it.
A new finalized.
Yep,
marker.
it's a fine line pen, and I'm not gonna say anything until I was to play with them, but I'm kind of nervous about those.
Mary Stevens says, I have a set of Arteza markers. How do these compare?
That is what I'm doing right now.
We're going to try out here in a minute.
So for this set, this is 120 markers. It is $92. 120 markers.
This is our paper.
Can you hold these real quick, Sean? So obviously you're getting more in this pack. Now, we are going to be reviewing these separately. The one thing I will let you know on the Arteza markers is they do not necessarily match the lid. You do get, obviously, like you would with the regular Spectrum Noir, you get the chiseled and this. Color-wise, okay, you do both those and tell me. I just want to know what you think. I'm not going to tell you what I think. So this is the Arteza. This is your Spectrum.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell me what you think.
Use the dark.
This one here.
Oh,
yep. Thoughts?
This has a better feel. The Arteza Everblend's a little better feel. I mean, obviously, color, they're slightly different, but...
See, and I'm completely opposite than you. I think the Spectrum Noirs have a better feel. So that, I think it's going to come down to... I think you like the feeling of this one.
Maybe.
You like this, where this... I've never liked how Spectrum Noir has this barrel kind of feel to them, where this is more natural in your hand.
Right.
But I think this feels better on the actual cardstock. All right, let me go ahead and color with both and tell you guys what I think.
Blend, blend, blend. For the money, the Arteza pens are much better value, and the colors are just as amazing.
So let's do a purple. Can you get me a red, a purple, and a blue out of that, Sean? Just so I can play with them
Colors
on
again?
the other paw.
The what colors?
Just like a red, a purple, and a blue that's closest.
Oh, the red you just had.
Okay.
What color purple are you using?
Just a purple.
That kind of purple?
Sure, why not?
I can go lighter if you need lighter.
No, that works.
What was the other color?
This works perfectly,
And a
Sean.
blue? And blue, did you say?
Huh?
A blue?
Nope, this works.
Okay. Personal preference. I use Nina for my alcohol markers.
I've heard about those.
N-E-E-N-A-H. It's a really good for blending.
Do you have a blue, Shunny?
I can.
Thanks.
So I was asking if you need blue.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let's see what kind of blue you got.
Okay, so
How much for this set of Arteza pens?
$92 if you use my code Ken's Creations 4, you get 10% off. Okay.
Per pen, or do we know?
For what?
They don't really.
They don't sell these as per pen
per
now.
pen, no.
So the colors, and it could be just the colors I chose, are more vibrant. Blending wise, I think they're about the same. It's going to be feel. I personally, okay, here's the deal. You can go back on this while I color, but if I was to do, I would probably go for the Arteza. Not because I don't like these, but to me, I feel like if you are a crafter like I am, I feel like you might get stuck in a rut with these, meaning I always have to blend with these colors. So I might not be as daring as I would with the Arteza of grabbing different colors and different shades.
Sure.
Where this one will kind of point you, to that commenter earlier where, okay, I'm going to do color Santa's outfit. I'm always going to use these reds, where here I would be more daring and use different highlights of reds. So, however, these, in my opinion, are way better than the Chameleon. Way better.
Way better.
The Chameleon just had too much of a thing. For value, you're getting 52 essentially markers here for 115, and you're getting 120 markers here for $96 with 10% off. So this is going to be like $80. This is a way better deal. Comes in a pack.
So it does come with this package, right?
Yep.
Yep. So there's your answer.
$92. It comes with this package. This has colorless blender. It's got black. This is your typical marker like you would have with Spectrum Noir that has the two ends. I think that that's another miss on this is if you were to buy these, you're only getting the one end. You're not getting a chisel end.
Right.
I don't use the chisel end, but I know a lot of people that do.
They do like it. Hey, Gary.
So not to say that this, you can go back on us.
Yeah.
Not to say that this was a comparison, but if we are going to be reviewing these Arteza markers, I have to say, and it's not just because I am an affiliate for Arteza. I'm not for Crafter's Companion. I do make money if I refer you to Arteza. Arteza right now, I am just shocked they can offer the prices they offer.
I know,
because it's high quality product for a really good price.
Yeah,
now, are these Copics? By no means, no. But if I'm a brand new crafter, I will say that it is the Arteza markers that made me fall in love with alcohol coloring. Because I had the Copics few sets, I got rid of them. I had the original Spectrum Noirs 3 years ago, got rid of them. Had the Chameleon, got rid of them. Got the Arteza. They said, we want to send these to you, Ken. I said, I don't like alcohol. Don't send them to me. And I loved them. I do love these.
They're nice.
These work really, really good. But I'm afraid it's going to... You're not going to be as daring as you would with these. It is going to be personal preference because you like these.
I like them. Yeah, it just feels better.
So Gary says, is Arteza a new brand? So Arteza, I don't know how long. Let me share my desktop.
Yeah, let's share the desktop. They're a huge arts craft company that they have all kinds of goodies for a lot of stuff at a good price.
Yeah. So Arteza basically reached out to me a long time ago and says, we see you do product reviews. Can we send you some stuff? And I said, sure. And originally I got their markers, the real brush, because I love real brush. Can you do picture in picture?
Okay.
I love the real brush, but the Kurtaki Zig real brush are very expensive. So the first thing I bought was the 96 set of the real brush for $53.98. So that's what introduced me to Arteza or Arteza, as some people say it, because I was so impressed with this price point and how they worked. Since then, they have released so much stuff.
Yeah.
They have markers, office supplies, coloring pads, paint, canvases, pencils, watercolor pencils. They have dry erase markers, fabric markers, fine line markers, I mean, the amount of stuff that they have just blows my mind. But it's the price points.
Right.
The price points, these are the Everblend. And look at this. For 120 pens, they're $92.73. So if you click that, check out. If you use my code. Now, I have to make this very clear, Sean.
Very, very clear. One-time use only.
So basically, here's the deal with them is I can't use this because I've already used Ken Kreations 4. So I can't use it again. It's one time per use, and it goes on your IP address, not your account. So I've had people try to trick the system, and it won't let them use it.
Nope.
They will give me a new code every month, but they won't let me have a standing code, and that's due to things like Honey and stuff like that, where people can just use your code over and over again. Sure. So it is a one-time use code.
Jamie says she likes the Zigs better than the Artezas.
Okay.
I'm in love with my Arteza real brush. Thanks for reviewing them. Thanks, Carrie or Ken for. Oh, sorry, there's a little thing on there. Somebody else said. Somebody said their husband used their Arteza paint. Loves it. Which we have a big thing of that too. We have the tubed acrylics.
Yep.
And then we have the outdoor acrylic paints. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff that's really cool. Great price point.
So there you go. I would say for the money, you're going to get more with Arteza. Arteza, you might have a little bit of a harder time figuring out the colors you want to blend, but that's what a scratch sheet and practice is for.
They find Jamie says she finds the Arteza to be a lot juicier than the Nouveaux.
Agreed.
They are.
Agreed. I have to say I really do like the Arteza.
Yeah.
So, but I think Crafter's Companion and Spectrum Noir literally came out with this as a solution to compete with the Chameleons. And in that point, they won.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think up until Chameleons, they didn't really need to worry about this, but this was their answer to that and to help people that are brand new to coloring.
Yeah. And like somebody's already said, too much of error. There's too much error room for those Chameleons. Because you're only gonna be able to do so much, and if you need to do more, how you know you're gonna even get the exact one, the exact same right next to it if you had to? Do Artezas send worldwide?
Yes. They do.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's quick look. Remember, every Thursday we are going to be uploading a brand new edited video. We have Arteza coming, Pink and Main, Teresa Collins, Visible Images, Kindred Stamps.
That should be all. That's 5 of them. But there's 4 Artezas.
4 Arteza, Kindred Stamps, Visible Images, Teresa Collins, and Pink and Main. And we also have Cricut Infusible Inks coming. We have a lot of stuff coming. Plus, Sean's doing more edited videos. So the schedule, just so you know, will be every Tuesday. Yes, every Tuesday we will do a live video on Ken's Kreations.
Yes.
Every Wednesday will be Ken from the car. Every Thursday will be an uploaded, edited video.
Yes.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be a Chalk Couture live video on the Chalk Couture channel.
Yep.
No. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be an uploaded Chalk Couture video. Tuesday or Thursday will be my live Chalk Couture video.
There you go.
Running 2 channels is hard.
Yeah, Gary, sorry you can't hear me very well. My wireless system, literally what happened, it dropped, and it says the power's on, but I can't even get, because they're wireless, they won't pair, they won't turn on.
It's so sad.
It's so sad. So now I have to go and look for another new set.
Yes.
I can either go with the same set, but I have not been real. They're great as a one mic, but when you put 2 together, they're not that great. Because Ken sounds like he's in a can, even though he's right next to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look to see if there's anything else I can get. Still want to go wireless. Rode just came out with a new one, so I might look at that one and see what they're doing. But yeah, busy, busy, busy. When I put my mouth here, it's easy to hear me. I think like our friend Jessica, she has a mic kind of like this, but she has, I think, a what do you call it? A mixer that helps boost the sound. So, and I unfortunately don't have that.
Hi to everyone.
Hi, little miss.
Hi. So Sean,
yes,
took little Miss, my little beautiful puppy, to the vet, and our vet called her fat, and now she has issues.
Yeah.
You are still loved.
She's 10 pounds over.
10 pounds overweight.
60,
we have to cut
65
cut her
pounds
down her food. So.
Down to 3 cups.
All right, guys, we will be live tomorrow, Ken from the car. So make sure you take care of that, and then hopefully by Thursday we will have a brand new mic system that works, and you can hear us. So sorry about that. And yeah, so we will see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. I am so glad we're back, and we'll get these kinks worked out. It'll be great. So
thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.